Hey guys, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys, well, you know what that means. Last night we got the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, not the Real Housewives of Dubai, but today at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is 9 a.m. Pacific, we will be joined by So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey to recap last night's episode. That's going to be a lot of fun because it's always a good time with Ryan Bailey. So hopefully you guys can catch the live. And if not, just go be a part of the replay crew. In the meantime, we're back to talk about Stassi Schroeder, who's sparking the idea, rumors to a spinoff, a potential spinoff on Peacock. I have a lot to say about this, and I'm going to say this could be a huge possibility. So before we jump into this, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so again, we're back to talk about Stassi Schroeder, who might actually be getting her own show on Peacock. Now, I know what fans are thinking. She was fired from Bravo. How could they potentially bring her back on another NBC platform? Well, this is why the rumors are being sparked. NBC Universal flooded her with gifts at her house with this whole Downton Abbey dining experience. And there were men who came in masks and, it's just a gift, right? Well, I don't know about that because at this point, her book became a New York Times bestseller again. She talked about how she's manifesting exactly what she wants. And right before she was fired, her podcast tour was like selling out ridiculously. She was a fan favorite of the show. Actually, I think she was the #1 most rated cast member who people loved or loved to hate, almost like a Lisa Rinna, I guess, on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. People either love her or hate her, but they still want to keep watching her. Not everyone, trust me, I know, so you don't have to comment and rip my head off. But getting back to Stassi, she ended up getting fired for, a racially charged situation where she called the police on one of her cast members when she thought that she committed a crime, not seeing her commit the crime, nothing like that. And it was a bad situation. It was horrible. She got fired for it. Kristen Doty got fired. Jax Taylor got fired. Brittany Cartwright got fired. Brett Caprioni got fired. And Max Bowens got fired. All right after season 8. And then season 9, you guys saw it. So season 10, we're hoping that it will be a better situation. Fans kept asking whether or not Stassi Schroeder would be able to return to Vanderpump Rules. And the answer I'm going to go with is no. Even though she has been canceled and now she's coming out of it a little bit in her own way, and the reason I say that is because she is selling out her book. She's kind of getting back into the entertainment industry. This is why I think that they would give her a spinoff. She wouldn't come back to Vanderpump Rules. She's done podcasts. She's talked about how, at that time in her life, she was put in situations around people that she wouldn't necessarily be around in real life had she have not been filming, right? But Bravo didn't fire Ramona Singer. Ramona Singer allegedly said to or about Ebony K. Williams, this is why we shouldn't have Black people on the show, which is absolutely disgusting. They launched an entire investigation after Ebony reported her to the network, and they said that they didn't find any, signs of foul play or wrongdoing. Heather Thompson came out and said, I was there at this event, and it was at Luann's house, and I heard it, but no one asked me. So almost it makes you kind of wonder if they were trying to protect Ramona. Now, I had a conversation with another housewife, and in that conversation, it kind of like came to me, why would they be splitting Real Housewives of New York into 2 separate series? I think what they were trying to do is they needed a way to fire Ebony K. Williams without making it, a big deal, without making the network look like they're racist. And they're trying to figure out, how do we fire Ebony and keep Ramona? Okay, we have an idea. Let's do a Roni Legacy where it features all of the OGs, and we'll put that on Peacock, okay? And then let's revamp Real Housewives of New York for season 14, not bring back any of the old cast members, and then we'll have all brand new cast members. That way we can tell Ebony, you know what? You weren't around long enough to be a part of the OG Legacy series, but also we're not keeping anyone that we had before. That's why we're firing you and Leah McSweeney from the upcoming series. I feel like that's exactly what they're trying to do. Does it make it right? Absolutely not. But it's their way of being able to keep Ramona and also still get rid of Ebony without a lot of people raising their eyebrows at it. Now, for Stassi, she does bring in ratings, but people still don't want a return from her. Some people, other people, I mean, it's like a scale here. Other people are like, no, we want her back. What do we have to do to get her back? If they don't bring her back on Bravo, it makes sense where they can kind of, in their minds, probably get away with saying, we fired her from Bravo. Peacock is a streaming service. Everything is moving to Peacock anyways, eventually, because everything will be moving to streaming. It's just a matter of a couple of years. So we're going to bring her onto Peacock, and that way, it's like, no, we didn't bring her back to Bravo. We fired her. This is a totally different platform, but really it's all under the NBC Universal umbrella. She wrote when she, took photos on social media, posted her photos on social media. She wrote, when I tell you I include the Countess as inspiration in my manifesting journals, note to self, keep manifesting. That shit works. She said dreams do come true when it came to her Downton Abbey dining experience, but also she talked about in a podcast how potentially right before she was going to be fired, she was about to get married to Beau Clark, and the network spoke to her about using that wedding as sort of a segue into a new series called Vanderpump Valley that would have featured her and Tom and Katie and Tom and Ariana and Jax Taylor and Brittany and Sheena, almost like a Roni legacy where we got all of the OGs, but they could revamp the Vanderpump Rules show to where it's people who are actually working in the industry again, like bartending, hosting, trying to become actors, models, singers, whatever the case was, because all of the other cast members who were on the series from the very beginning, well, we saw that they were moving in $2 million homes. No one was buying that any of them were still hosting or bartending or serving. And we were following their lives, but working for Lisa Vanderpump and living in a $2 million home, people were like, this isn't even real anymore. So it made sense that they were trying to split it up into two different sections. Now, that made sense to me. Roni, I'm a little bit skeptical of. It was said the Vanderpump Rules spinoff was supposed to be bridged by an episode about my gorgeous Italian wedding, which would then introduce the new show. Surprise, we were all so looking forward to that. And she also put this in her, Off With My Head, the definitive basic bitch handbook to surviving rock bottom, where she and Beau were supposed to be featured in this spinoff. Now, I have so many questions here. If Stassi has a new show, it's not going to be with all of her friends included, and her having to be in a situation where she's not comfortable being around people like Sheena, or let's say, we can go down the line, Ariana, a few people that she doesn't necessarily love to be around. Instead, I'm sure it would follow her kind of coming out of being canceled, going on another book tour, going on a press tour, going on a podcast tour, how her life has been now that she's become a mother, and everything in between. And I'm sure she'll introduce a few of her friends like Taylor Strecker and, people like that, maybe even like some cameos from Katie Maloney, maybe Brittany Cartwright if they can get back on the same page. But I think that this would heavily focus around Stassi. Now, my question for you guys is, would that be a show that you would be interested in, or no, you don't think that she deserves to come back at all? I have questions. I want to know if you guys are interested in Stassi's life, or if you've put her whole storyline to bed. So go ahead and comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys at 12 o'clock for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with So Bad It's Good with Ryan Bailey. Love you guys. Bye.